demons sort of are like physical, I guess, whereas ghosts we're not quite sure if they can touch you or not.
Yeah.
I
They
think,
can touch me anytime.
Whoa, keep it PG-19, all right?
Welcome to Trevor Talks Too Much, the show. Well, it's in the title. I talk too much. I'm your host, Trevor Everts, Master Baker, Mythical Soft Boy, eater of Totino's Pizza Rolls. I'm not joking. I found a bag of Totino's Pizza Rolls in the kitchen's freezer, and I went home and ate all of them last night. They were very good. Today, I spoke to Elsie Fisher, the actress. She is the star of the movie 8th Grade. You've probably heard of it. Great movie. And she also just released a new movie called My Best Friend's Exorcism, which I've also seen. Very good as well. And she's honestly just what a delight. What a lovely person. We talked about all sorts of stuff. We talked about the broader horror genre, some of our favorite movies in it. We talked about animation, some of our favorite animation. We talked about some heated debates, would you rathers, when it comes to some different horror villains that you would rather face. But it was a great time. We had a great time. Jamie, this is the part of the show where I go on a tangent for a couple minutes.
He's telling me.
And it kind of started out when we first did it. We were like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if when we start the show, I just go on a tangent, and then Jamie's like, oh, Trevor, we got to
get shifted.
We got to go back to the show. It has shifted. But the problem is then you always ask me when we're doing the intro, you're like, all right, you got a story to tell? Well, you didn't ask me today if I had a story to tell, and so I didn't even think of it, and now I don't know what to say now. Do you have any stories that you want to tell?
Well, so Survivor has started.
No, next story. Not interested.
I'm also going to Halloween Horror Nights.
That's cool. I haven't been to Halloween Horror Nights.
Ever?
I have lived in LA now for 4 years. I've lived in LA. I've not been to Halloween Horror Nights once.
It's like, I like it. It's cool because it's like, if you've been to, for anyone out there, if you've been to other horror things, like if you went to Knott's or you went to Six Flags, like Universal's movie quality, and there's so many scarers like everywhere.
Yeah. The problem is it doesn't feel real enough for me. And also, one, it seems like a big headache because it's such a big thing that like you go and there's just so many people. Like, I don't know. I don't want to deal with that. Plus, I'd probably only be able to go on the weekends because of like work. And so going on a weekend feels like it would just be awful because there's so many people. But also, I mean, I grew up just going out to the middle of nowhere, Idaho, into fields and getting scared. Like, it feels weird to go to Universal Studios where I've got like, oh, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and the Minions Despicable Me ride. And then it's just, oh, and now there's a guy with a chainsaw there.
Because it's very different. Like, they completely change what it looks like.
Yeah.
And then when you're on the tram ride, they make you get off the tram. And you have to
really?
Yeah, and you have to walk at like the Bates Motel part, and then you get to walk around, which is cool. So there's scares, but then you're walking around like the War of the Worlds, like set and stuff.
Wait, that is really cool. I didn't realize that. The studio, the backlot tour is one of my favorite things to do at Universal, just in general. I just think it's relaxing. Mm-hmm. It's a long ride, you know. You get on, you sit there, you got the funny guy up at the front, the driver's driving the tram, and he's cracking his little jokes. You know, you got the Jaws shark coming out of the water.
Get a little drizzle.
It's just a fun little entertaining ride. But that's cool that you get off of it and you walk around. That would definitely be. I want to go. Again, it just seems like a headache.
It is expensive, and you do have to wait in lines for the mazes, but they look all pretty cool. This year is a lot of clown-based.
4K.
I don't know, but
is there like
there's a Killer Clowns from Outer Space type,
okay.
But they also have like a weekend, like they have scare zones, and so they have like kind of like the weekend music playing and like zombies.
Okay, well, this is a lovely conversation.
Yay, we've switched roles. We've come full circle.
I'm the hero. I'm the hero now. Everybody, very special guest today, Elsie Fisher. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Nice jazz hands.
Thank you.
Those are beautiful. Elsie Fisher, you are an actress. You would say that's the main thing that you do?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I sort of dabble. I'm sort of a little scamp.
A little scamp.
Yeah,
You're
I think.
a silly, goofy goober, you could say.
Yeah, I dabble.
Okay. Any other words you'd use to describe yourself for the audience?
Flawless, talented. No, I don't know. I mean, I'm just like, going around doing stuff. Yeah.
You're just hanging out, vibing. I watched your movie it is out now on Amazon Prime.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
I watched it. I loved it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
We're probably gonna talk a lot of horror movies today because it was a horror movie called My Best Friend's Exorcism. And you can tell by the title, the plot, pretty self-explanatory. Your best friend got exorcised by you.
By me.
In the movie,
no
which
less,
is pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. And that's like such a career goal, I feel like, too, as an actor. Like,
are you big into the horror genre?
Yeah, I sort of like fell into actually doing it on accident because I've done sort of a couple horror projects and then I felt like it was my duty to, be knowledgeable. On it, be able to pay homage correctly.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah. It definitely was it was a very fun, I know horror is tough because I watch a lot of horror movies and I feel like there's it's very hard to make something that feels original and also isn't just boring. It's scary, it has those scary moments, but it doesn't feel like something that's been done a million times, which I guess you could say about any movie genre. But I thought it was really fun. I had a good time watching it.
Thank you. I mean, I think the book was so fun too because it's based on a novel of the same name, and that had such a sort of beloved fan base.
Yeah.
So I hope we're doing them right with this one.
Was it nerve-wracking, playing a character that people have already come to know and love through a book?
Yeah, a little bit. And that's not something I'd ever had experience with before, but I referenced the book a lot. And I found actually as an actor, making a character, the book was like my Bible because any questions I have, you go back and you read it. So that was great.
Yeah.
Very helpful.
For sure. I mean, that probably would, I can imagine that would be a big help is just being able
to.
If you just have a script in front of you that's written by a writer, it's like, well, they wrote it, so I have to go to them directly if I have questions or just figure it out. But if you have a whole book that you can look at.
Exactly.
That's huge.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's huge. Do you want to keep doing horror things? Is that something that you're passionate about?
I really enjoy it. I don't know. I think I never aim to do horror specifically, I guess. I'm more project oriented.
Yeah.
But I think the genre is so interesting and it sort of keeps evolving out of necessity.
Yeah.
Because what people are scared of sort of changes over the years.
That's true.
That's very true. I have a big love of it.
I honestly found that the scariest part of the movie to me was just teenagers. That was the most horrifying part to me. It was the fact that teenagers are real and they exist and they scare me.
Understandable.
Sitting there the whole time, I can deal with demons, they're fine, but God. Teenagers? That's frightening.
Too much.
Crossing
a line.
You were in 8th grade.
I
Bo
was.
Burnham's movie.
Yeah, I did the middle school year in real life too.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Really? You actually went to 8th grade?
Yeah,
in real life.
In a real school.
That's
I know.
So weird.
Get a load of that.
What? Hey, wait, I did that too. Can I be in 9th grade? The next Bo Burnham hit movie?
We'll see. I'll put you on the roster.
Really? No way. Oh my God. Have you ever used a Ouija board in real life? Because you used a Ouija board in the movie.
That's true. Which also, in between takes, Amaya Miller, who plays my titular best friend, was very good about making sure we reset. Because I think in the actual scene, I don't know if we ever actually do the goodbye.
Yeah, you don't. I noticed that.
Yeah, we
don't.
So in between takes, she would always move it there.
Really?
Yeah, and she brought sage and stuff. She was prepared.
That's good. Honestly, that's huge.
I know, right? I feel like you hear about a lot of horror movie or a lot of horror stories filming horror movies on sets. There's creepy happenings. So I'm glad we had someone looking out for us.
I definitely, if I was ever in a horror movie or on a horror movie set, I would be circulating so many rumors. I'd be like, oh my God, I heard this banging back in the green room. I swear I was alone in there and I started hearing whispers. I'd try and prank as many people as possible.
Yeah, freak everyone out.
Yeah, but I've heard some of those stories about you have these weird movie sets and things are happening and people are dying and it's Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
a coincidence, or like do people just notice it more
Yeah.
because it's a horror
I know,
movie?
because maybe that's just like what being on a set's like.
Yeah,
And then-
I feel like people
and
die all the
people-
time.
Exactly.
What's been your favorite like thing that you've done? It's probably a terrible question to ask, but do you have a favorite project that you've worked on?
That's hard to say. Yeah, I mean, I can't say this.
You're
It's
like,
not
you're
a
right.
terrible
It's
question.
a bad question.
No. I mean, I feel very fortunate. I mean, especially this film and 8th grade; those are definitely very special. But I got to have a little part on season 3 of Barry this year.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, oh my gosh, that was such a blast.
Yeah.
dude.
What is Bill Hader like in real life?
He's great. I mean,
Is he?
I think he's just like very chill.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think he's really someone who's putting on too much of a persona.
Yeah.
He's just like a chill dude.
He seems like a
dad
chill
vibes,
dude.
you know?
Since like all the stuff he's done on SNL, I'm like, you can't just like
Yeah.
be that naturally funny all the time and not just be like a
I
chill
know.
guy. Like, I get that SNL's written or whatever, but I mean, he's funny.
I don't know. He's pretty silly, man.
He's a funny guy. He's a
Yeah,
funny guy. You have said in the past that you like wanted to voice a character on Genshin Impact. Is that true?
I
Are
mean,
you a Genshin Impact player?
I can't say I am, but I do think that would give me immense amounts of clout. So like, you know, I think it's gotta happen.
It would.
Shout out Genshin.
It
put
would.
me in it.
Oh no!
Aren't they? They're
Genshin.
starting like some sort of like they're doing Genshin 2 or new
They
phase or
they released
something.
an MMO. They released
Okay.
a Genshin Impact MMO, which
Okay.
is crazy to me, and I don't know how it works.
Isn't it not an MMO? What is it?
So an MMO, for those of you
Well,
that don't know, is a massively multiplayer online game, which means that you're online with a bunch of other people all at the same time. The MMO that I play, Jamie, you know it. You love it, Jamie. You love it when I bring it up. RuneScape. Yeah. I'm a
Very
big
good.
RuneScape
Very
guy.
Good. Very good.
Yeah.
It's actually been quite a few podcasts that since you've mentioned.
Jamie gets mad at me when I talk about video games.
Not video games, but RuneScape. It was like
Why RuneScape in
because it was
particular?
Why the hate?
every podcast.
Are you saying that people don't care about RuneScape?
No, actually, you've gotten quite a few comments on certain episodes.
People love RuneScape. That's what I'm saying.
Give the people what they
God,
want.
you
give them
know?
what they want. Okay, hold on. Let me talk about RuneScape for a minute.
It's been like 5 podcasts. You haven't mentioned it.
No,
you have
I'm
a
not
free
gonna.
pass.
I've
Yeah,
already
yeah,
talked- There's nothing to talk about. It's a terrible game. There's nothing to talk
It's
about.
terrible, but it's also amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it's everything.
Anyway, back to Genshin Impact. That game is the cause for a lot of children and early gambling addictions.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want to talk about the gambling addictions that are coming out of
I
Genshin
mean,
Impact?
We should. That's important. I mean, I used to Overwatch back in the day or whatever.
Yeah.
Go on the old Overwatch, and that was a big thing because they had gambling.
Yeah, no.
I used to beg I would do chores around the house and be like, Mom, can I have a 20?
Oh my God, for
So I can
loot
get
boxes?
loot crates.
No. Yeah.
So it's real. It truly is like a gambling addiction. So,
It is. It
maybe-
all started with CSGO.
Oh God.
It all started with
Oh, yeah.
CSGO and crates. And
Yeah.
like high school, there's a period of time was like, I want to hit loot boxes. I want to unlock crates. I want to get a knife. Like it is gambling.
Yeah.
They just banned gambling on Twitch though. That's pretty big.
Oh yeah, I just heard about that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
It was
Good on them.
pretty big news, pretty big story. Yeah, good for them. I mean, they're. Are you familiar with Hassan?
I am.
I love
I
Hassan.
am.
Hassan, I don't watch Hassan streams a lot because he streams during the day and I like have a job or whatever.
Ugh, boring.
Yeah, so boring, so cringe. But I was like, during that week, I was watching so many Hassan streams and it was just so much
I know.
tea.
I feel like he's pretty good at like keeping the people up
Yeah.
to date on what's all the happenings.
Yeah, he's basically just like the freaking CNN of Twitch. He just
that's the way to
covers the
put it.
news.
That's the way to put it.
He just covers the news, but he's a good guy. I love Hassan. You've done some things actually that I wasn't familiar with
Mhm.
until Jamie started. I was about to take credit for research.
You can't. I mean, you can.
No, I'm not gonna try
The
and fool the
tension in
people.
this room right now.
No, I'm
off
not
the
gonna
wall.
try and Jamie, while I have other jobs here that I do other than this show, which means that I don't have a ton of free time. So Jamie will, like, when we have a guest on, she'll do a lot of research on the guest and then give me like a sheet with facts.
Mm.
I didn't realize you were in Despicable Me.
I barely realize either, pal. Well, Well, I just say that
Yeah.
because like I did the movies when I was like 5 years old.
Oh
like
my
the first one
God,
when I was
you were
5,
that
and then
young.
I think 9, and then they didn't have me back for the third because I think my voice probably dropped about 8 octaves.
That's got to be tough when you're making sequels years down the road and
Yeah,
the
well,
voices
and
are-
like voiceover specifically, because they don't usually age up the characters or
yeah.
whatever.
I wonder why they brought Steve Carell back.
I know,
Seems
right?
like his voice has changed a lot.
Probably. Ooh.
Grew. Did you get to? So when you do like voice acting, did you get to interact a lot with the other cast members, or was it mostly you come in and do your lines and like skedaddle?
Yeah, mostly the latter, sort
Okay.
of getting in there and getting out of there.
Yeah.
Get paid in Twinkies or whatever.
Oh no.
No, but I mean, I think that's sort of fun though in a way too, because then I don't know, it's a different experience.
Yeah.
I can't say I've really done like much voiceover since. So
Yeah.
I don't have a full perspective on the industry. But,
Yeah. Do you have would you say you have a preference like between like traditional and then voiceover?
Oh, I mean, for me personally, traditional, just because I think I appreciate animation so
Yeah.
much for sure. I think where I shine best is in front of the camera.
In front of the camera.
Yeah, give me that.
Do you have a favorite animated film?
Ooh.
It can be anything, any genre.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. On it, like literally, honestly, maybe like Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace and
the Case of the
Gromit.
Were-Rabbit.
Ooh,
Wow.
Good
Yeah.
one.
That was a sleeper pick. I was not expecting that.
No, I mean, I think sort of everything that studio put out.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of. Grew
Okay.
up on Shaun the Sheep.
I'm a
Bring that one
big
back.
Chicken Run.
Chicken Run.
Oh yeah, yes. That's
You
a
know,
classic.
I think I used to be as a kid scared of Chicken Run because I accidentally woke up in the middle of the night one time when I was a kid and I didn't know any better and I put on Cartoon Network, but Cartoon Network was Adult Swim at night.
Oh yes.
And then I accidentally watched Robot Chicken. And there was like an episode of Robot Chicken where like Mario and Luigi go to Raccoon City from Resident Evil and just get slaughtered by zombies. And then I had nightmares. And then I think I associated the two things as a child. And I was like, I don't want to watch Chicken Run. That's scary.
That's so funny. That's so sad and so funny.
I swear, I just like woke, and I was a
Yeah.
kid. When you wake up as a kid, you don't like. I didn't have a phone. I didn't have like
No,
a
you're
clock
just,
in my
like,
room. I was just like,
there.
oh, I woke up. I'm awake, and then I turned on the TV. I'm trying to think of like what my favorite animated movie would be. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's a terrible question that I probably couldn't answer.
Well, because there's also within animation itself, there's so many different.
Yeah.
you know-
Yeah. You've got so many different kinds. There's like stop
Yeah.
motion, traditional animation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Maybe Princess Mononoke.
Oh, that's a really good pick. That's on my list of fave
Maybe.
movies for
Maybe.
sure.
I
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love Miyazaki. Any Miyazaki movie. I
Yeah.
just love.
Oh my god.
God, I'm trying to. Yeah, that was a terrible question.
No,
you're
no, it's
You're
good.
into Dungeons and Dragons.
I've also dabbled in that old thing. It's been a minute. I think I am struggling to find some pals too who are into playing it.
I'll play with you.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, as long as I can be the useless bard. That's the only thing I
Oh,
know how
come
to
on,
do.
That's my whole thing.
Wow, okay, all right.
And whoever heard of a party with 2 bards, man? You can't do that.
I can be a druid, I guess.
Wow.
Jamie has
Bard life.
no clue what we're talking about. Get wrecked, non-nerd.
No, okay. Do you remember we were talking about Dungeons and Dragons on the podcast and you were telling me like what characters you think I would play? And then literally 2 days later, my roommate's like, I got a starter set. Can we like learn how to play? I was like, yes, I want to play.
No way.
Yeah, because he told me I didn't have enough nerdy friends, and I was like, well, no, I'm down, but like I don't know.
Aren't they making like a Dungeons and Dragons movie
I think so.
with Chris Pine?
And it's got like Sadie Sink in it, maybe?
Yeah. I thought I saw it. Jamie, I'm not crazy, right?
You're not crazy. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I remember seeing the trailer. Is that still happening? Because I know that was like a big deal when I saw the trailer on YouTube. D&D movie.
Yes, it is
Man,
happening.
I feel like I should have brought my laptop.
It is.
here.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
Chris Pine. Do you
It's
want to
Chris
borrow
Pine,
mine?
and he plays a bard.
No,
I
come
could
on.
find one. I could go steal one from someone.
It's fine, guys.
Is there anything you want me to look up?
Yeah, let's like Rick Astley.
Rick
see the first thing that comes up when you click Rick Astley on YouTube, maybe.
What is this?
I'm putting this on the podcast.
What is this? Wait, I don't get it. Hold on. There's an ad. Wait, I'm muting the ad.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah.
I don't know what this is. What is Rick Astley?
Oh my god, you got to play it out loud.
Oh! So you started acting very young.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, you said you were 5 when you voiced Agnes?
I was, and now I'm 45.
45.
I know.
You look great.
Thank you.
Oh my God, you look
I get
so
told that
great
so
for
much.
45.
Thank you.
That's huge. Was it something that well, I don't know. How old are kids when they start to like be able to perceive reality? Is that like 3?
Yeah, when does consciousness start?
Consciousness, I want to say, according to science, consciousness does not start till you're about 6.
Really? Okay, because I was going to
Okay.
say, I don't think
Yeah.
I remember anything like pre-7. I don't know. How old was I? How old are you when you're in the first grade?
6.
How old
Okay.
are first
Yeah.
graders?
For whatever reason, I'm really good at keeping track of how old
6 or
people
7
are
years
in
old.
grades.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a
I'm-
hidden talent of mine.
I'm the exact opposite. If you ask me how old like a 5th grader is, I'd be like,
10.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
5th graders are 10?
Yeah.
That seems so wrong.
I thought they would have at least been like 11, 12.
I mean, I guess it depends on when your birthday is. You're
Right,
10
right.
10/11.
5th
Right.
graders? No, that tracks based on my memories.
Crazy, because I like feel like 5th grade was yesterday.
Okay.
And the idea that I was 10?
Yeah.
What?
Double digits, baby.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh my God, you remember
Well,
your
you're-
10th birthday party and you were like, I'm so old now. This is awesome.
Oh, I actually
When you got that second
do.
digit.
Yeah.
The only reason because I don't think I remember any of my birthdays very vividly. The only reason I remember my 10th birthday is because my parents used my 10th birthday as an excuse to go to Ireland and see U2 live in Croke Park
Oh my
in
God.
Dublin.
Dope, though.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. But like also my parents taking a 10-year-old to Ireland and then like walking around Temple Bar at 2 a.m.
Oh
where
my
there's
God.
just drunk
Dude.
Irish people everywhere just like pissing in the street. Like it was great. I mean, it was a great experience and I had a lot of fun, but that was definitely, they're like, we're going to go to Ireland for your 10th birthday. And then it was like, oh, you wanted to see you too. Like I grew up and I'm like, now I get that was 100% a trip for you.
Yep.
But still was a fun experience.
Were they so hyped when we all forcefully got that U2 album on the iPhone? They were like, yes, yes.
No, that's the funny part is that I didn't get it because we already had the U2 album.
Oh my God.
When a U2 album like pops up on my phone, because I still share an iTunes account with my family,
Yeah.
if a U2 album pops up on my phone, I'm like, oh, there's a new U2 album, and my dad just got it right away because he's a big U2 guy. And then all that stuff started coming out about like people automatically getting it downloaded, and I was like, oh, like I don't get that because they automatically get downloaded to my phone anyway.
Why was
Wow.
it like almost impossible to delete though?
I don't know. That's one thing to download it, but like you can never get rid of it.
Like I tried and I
yeah,
thought
and
I
it's
did.
And now it's going to be the shuffle of all my songs forever.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to your crappy song about volcanoes. Sorry. there was like one song that was like a rip off of Pompeii or something. And I'm like,
Dad, I'm
this is-
really sorry about Elsie. Okay.
I'm really not
really
sorry.
No, I'm kidding.
Sorry.
I'm kidding.
Sorry, not sorry.
It took me a long time to be able to listen to U2. Like I haven't been able to like I just started recently being able to like listen to a U2 song and not be like, God, this is the only thing I listen to from the ages of like 0 to 13. You know, Sunday, Bloody Sunday, great song. There's others.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Vertigo. It's How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb is great.
It's so funny because
titular
Vertigo
song.
is usually what I get when I listen to YouTube.
Okay, Elsie, what a hater.
I'm sorry.
No, I get it.
My
I
hating's
understand.
fake. I can't I haven't even listened to U2 enough to hate them.
No, everybody hates you too because of the album.
Because
and
of the
like
album.
I
I
get
thought
it.
it was because like Bono's obnoxious.
I don't think
yeah.
is Bono obnoxious?
It's not obnoxious, but I guess because, you know, I love the
Kite.
I love the South Park episode about him.
Okay, so if you're basing whether or not someone's obnoxious based on how they're portrayed on either South Park or Family Guy, then that doesn't count.
I know.
Because if that's the case, then everybody is the worst person ever,
I think that's like
Every celebrity,
such
which
a
is probably true.
compliment.
Except for Radiohead, I guess.
except for radio.
Yeah, such a compliment to be made fun of though by South Park. I feel
Right. That's probably
Wait,
you know.
Life goal.
did you see the stuff about Chloe Grace Moretz?
Oh, I did.
Oh yeah.
how she like went into hiding because Family Guy made fun of her because of I guess she has
Well,
like long legs.
I don't know. Were they making fun of her specifically though? Because I thought it was just that she was getting compared to that one.
Oh, to like the Peter Griffin character.
That's what I
think,
thought. But
yeah.
I could be totally off.
No, I think you're right. I don't think she was ever actually like portrayed.
Yeah.
I think it was like the female
Yeah,
Peter
yeah,
Griffin with the
yeah,
long
yeah.
legs,
Yeah.
which is hilarious.
But still, I mean, I feel really bad that she's had to deal with that.
Yeah.
It stings.
Oh, okay. We're gonna play Would You Rather.
Oh, fun.
We're gonna play Would You Rather Horror Edition.
Ooh.
I've been looking forward to this because I have some very strong opinions. Very strong opinions about the questions I'm gonna ask
Okay,
you.
I'll be
So I
interested
hope
to
you
hear
have
them.
strong opinions too.
Let's go.
All right. Would you rather horror edition? First one. Would you rather face Freddy Krueger or Jason?
Oh, I think Jason, right?
Okay, right. Yeah.
Because Freddy Krueger is like legit a nightmare man versus like Jason's kind of like
Yeah,
a
Jason's just like
guy.
a dude.
He's just
right?
like a freaky dude. Like I wouldn't want to face him.
No, yeah.
If given
like,
the choice, but,
ideally, you wouldn't run into him.
Yeah.
But like Freddy Krueger just shows up in your nightmares and can like hurt you while you're dreaming. That freaks me out.
Yeah, so like that one's easy for me.
Okay, that one's pretty easy.
Glad we're on the same page.
They get harder. They get harder.
Okay.
The last, not to me. They don't. To me, they're very clear cut.
I see.
But we'll see. Would you rather face a murderer or a ghost/demon? Now, Jamie wrote this ghost/demon, and I disagreed with her that those can be categorized in the same way. But we can talk about that after.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think there's sort of a possession element to both of them.
Yeah, I feel like
share.
Ghosts are more haunty, demons are more possessy.
Right, and like demons sort of are like physical, I guess, whereas ghosts we're not quite sure if they can touch you or not.
Yeah.
They
can touch me anytime.
Whoa, keep it PG-19, all right?
All right, so murderer or ghost demon?
But again, I think murderer because
they're real.
I mean, yeah, but also like a ghost demon, like they could go through walls or whatever. Versus, murderer, I could ostensibly sort of hide out in a shelter and be fine. Versus like a ghost or demon, we don't know what they could do. They're otherworldly. That's
true. Things in horror as I get older. Horror movies scare me more that are like things that could actually happen. Like weird like stalkery, murder, just like people breaking into houses and like stalking you. Like that weirds me out. I think I'd probably rather face. I feel like I'd rather face. Well, I don't know. I mean, I do have the power of God and anime on my side, so I think I could take on a ghost.
That's bringing out a reference.
I have the power of God and
getting a little old here.
Yeah, sorry, boomer. No, I think I'd rather face a ghost or a demon. I think I could take them on.
Okay.
I got a holy water guy, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I am trained in exorcism.
I'll call up the Lemon Brothers. Am I right? Reference. Reference.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get it.
Whoa.
Unless you watch the movie. You should watch the movie. Okay, sidebar. Those characters were so funny to me.
Oh my God.
Because like I grew up like growing up, I was like, going to church, private Christian school, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
And so like I resonated so hard with just like the weightlifting for God type of shtick. Like that is so funny to me. And the fact that like the youngest like awkward brother just like wants to do a possession. So perfect.
Yeah.
So perfect. Wants to do an exorcism. Hilarious. Protein loading.
Yep.
You wouldn't get it. Watch the movie.
Oh my God, stop bullying her, man.
Bullying who?
He's bullying.
No, I'm bullying the people, the listeners.
Oh, I thought it looks like you're pointing at her.
No, Jamie's seen the film.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
There is a lot of tension.
The audience.
I feel
No, I've just been feeling a lot of tension. It's
a bit.
Yeah, no. Is it a bit?
Sometimes. Most of the time.
Sometimes.
I don't know.
Do you feel personally targeted by me?
Whoa.
Do we need to talk to HR?
No, definitely not.
Okay, good. We'll finish the game. This one, to me, is the most clear-cut, honestly, out of all three.
Okay.
I think the last one was probably the hardest to discern for me, even though I sounded like very confident. This one is way too easy, and I'm curious if you agree. Would you rather face Predator or the Alien, like a xenomorph?
That's a good one. And also, I mean, they faced off each other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in a very famous film that I've not seen.
I believe it's a weird title or something. Alien versus Predator, I think.
Yeah. Just kind of wacky.
That's the one. That's the one. Weird title. Sorry. Hard to remember.
I think, I guess Xenomorph, because I feel like Predators sort of got more intelligence, right? It's also really been a minute since I've watched either of them, so take my answer with a grain of salt. But off the top of my head, that's sort of
very interesting.
My instinct.
I would much rather face Predator.
Yeah,
Predator is a perennial loser. That guy has never beat anyone.
He's an idiot.
Or anything.
Loser jerk.
Dude, he's so dumb. The fact that he's supposed to be this like elite hunter, like he's literally called the Predator. And Arnold Schwarzenegger can just rub some mud on his face and all of a sudden the Predator is useless? Like, how dumb are you? How bad at hunting things are you?
Yeah. And also, this isn't even a conversation about which movie is the best one because that's clear cut, for sure.
Yeah. Well, which Alien movie is your favorite? Because we all agree that Alien is a better movie, right?
Yeah.
Alien is the first one.
Mhm.
Aliens is the second one. Alien is more of. I'm trying to remember now which ones. It's been so long since I've seen him. Love Sigourney Weaver though. Alien is
she's
more
fantastic.
horror, and Aliens is more action, right?
Yeah,
I feel like,
I'm more into the horror element.
yeah, I feel like
personally.
Aliens was
Like
more
the-
like guns fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
We're kicking.
It's
And
like,
Alien.
it works, but
Yeah.
No, I love Alien, but yeah, I think Alien's way scarier, and I would not
Yeah.
want to fight him because
Okay.
he's up in the vents. He could be here right now. There's
No,
a lot
I
of
mean,
vents up here.
there are.
But Predator
Oh.
could be just standing right behind you, invisible.
He's not.
That doesn't.
I'd hear his little clicking, his little.
Oh,
Can't
that
do
was
it. What was terrible? I got to get a wet throat. I used to be able to do it.
It's not always like that.
No?
What do you mean I'm not always like this?
Getting your wet throat ready.
Okay, you didn't have to make it dirty.
That's what you said.
Whoa, who said anything about dirty? You went there.
Yeah.
You two continue to have your
No.
conversation. I'm going to sit here in silence for a moment.
I
my
didn't
God.
mean to put you off, Trevor.
This is reminding me of my parents' marriage.
It did turn into a stand-up comedy routine, then,
yeah.
didn't it? Hey, yo, my mom, my
Okay.
dad.
Yeah, I'm great.
Are we bringing up bad memories?
No, I'm very well adjusted.
Our little
thank
repartee, our little back and
you.
forth.
No, I love it.
You love it?
I think divorce is funny too. Cause like it's a good thing. Also,
It
like
is.
like divorces are supposed to happen.
Yeah, like
You know, like you can never really be sad about a divorce because like
if people stay together when they should not, it is so much worse.
Yeah.
equally as funny, I think, but definitely worse.
I mean,
If sitcoms have taught me anything.
I mean, marriage is pretty silly, right? Like signing a piece of paper that says we're now legally married.
Right? Yeah.
Like it's a pretty silly concept.
Yeah. I mean, I think like if done well, it's nice. I think it's a
Yeah.
nice thing. But
I think I believe in the concept of being with someone, and having like a life partner. But the fact that like that all it takes to be like just dating or like together casually and married is signing a piece of paper,
right.
with a witness there. Why do you need a witness?
Yeah, and it could just be some guy.
It could just be
truly.
some rando off the street. Doesn't even have to be someone you know.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, you saw us sign this piece of paper, right? All right, you sign it too. Now we have to share all of our things.
Yeah.
But then I think to that like divorce is then kind of sillier because then you have to like
Unsign
you have
it.
to unsign it and pay money. You have to pay money
Pay money, yeah.
to not because like that's hilarious. That's really truly
Yeah,
funny
you
to
can't
me.
just be like, goodbye.
No, like you have to like take it back to court, and it's like that's crazy.
Yeah.
How did we get on the topic of divorce?
Because we are.
Because we're a divorced married couple, according to Elsie.
Yeah,
I
think
kinda
like
feel that, though.
once divorced.
Wait, why is everybody in this room getting this vibe except for me? I think we have a very healthy relationship, Jamie.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I don't know. I can't say I've been here for much of it, but
Okay, all right.
it's a fun relationship either way.
Am I the villain or am I the hero?
I don't think anyone's in the
Isn't
villain.
that the question we all ask ourselves?
I really
Each and
wanna-
every day.
I really want to be the villain, but sadly, I feel like the
Come
hero.
on, you've got protagonist vibes.
What's your favorite art that you've done?
Oh my gosh. I mean, if we're to answer honestly though, I've been shooting these short films with some of my friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's
Wait,
been kind of
that's
sick.
awesome.
Yeah. Have you watched How To with John Wilson?
How to? I don't think so.
Oh, that's a good show. But he sort of strings together these like visual poems that he shoots in New York. But I like sort of took that and then applied it to like a narrative story
That's
that we shot in
awesome.
black and white. It's pretty sick.
That feels like when
Pretty
like a professional chef or something like goes home and then just like cooks themselves like a really nice meal. It's like you're a professional and then you just get to do the same thing but
Yeah.
like fun with your friends on the side,
Exactly.
That's epic. I've been working on a short film
Let's go.
titled My Dump Truck.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Is it color locked yet, or are you taking notes?
I don't know what that means.
it's
It's very early.
fine.
It's very
Yeah, yeah,
early
yeah.
stages.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
There's some room for flexibility. It's a working title, and it's working hard.
Mm.
Do you want to do a scary Mad Lib together?
Sure, I'd love that.
Yeah. Does that sound
Yeah.
like fun? Jamie's got it.
I got it.
Are we gonna alternate? Is
you
that how
guys
this
are gonna
works?
alternate. Elsie,
Great.
would
Okay.
you like to give the first word or go first? in
I
this?
want to do the first. No,
Let-
no,
Aw,
no.
come on.
You're the guest.
Okay,
You're the
thank you, thank
guest.
you,
Please,
thank you.
please,
All
please.
right. So the first word, I need an adjective.
Let's do Mythical.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. Trevor, also an adjective.
Also an adjective. Wait. Okay, hold on. I gotta question the rules here. Do our adjectives or words that we use have to be spooky, or is the body spooky and we're filling in? So we don't have to do inherently spooky things.
No.
Okay, horny.
Okay.
Great.
All
We're off to a
right.
good start.
Another adjective.
Another adjective.
It's a very descriptive matter.
Why? Like every time I put on the spot, I'm like, what are words?
Yeah. Right.
No, I mean let's go spooky.
Okay.
Get some
All
spooky
right.
in there, you know.
Good. That's good.
Trevor, we're looking for an animal.
An
Ooh.
animal. Red panda.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Like
That's
it?
a good pick. That's
All
a
right.
good pick.
A noun.
Oh, let's go foot.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go foot. Let's go.
All right. Trevor, adjective.
Bussin'.
Is that an adjective?
Yeah, like the pie was bussin'. Is that not what an adjective is?
Oh,
I
no,
feel like that's
true.
more of a like a verb, adverb. So,
Yeah,
you know,
like
it's more
Bussing. Oh, is it a noun in gerund form?
uh,
Bussy? Technically.
Okay.
Technically, it would be a noun in gerund form. I'll pick a different one.
Yeah, just keep that one in the rotating in the bank.
Lovely.
Okay, very nice. Very nice.
All right.
Tame.
That's an adverb.
It is, but we're gonna keep it. Food.
Food. Oh, let's do dark chocolate cake.
Ooh. Okay.
Dark chocolate. Is that your favorite kind of cake?
Yeah. Or like some sort of like flourless chocolate cake situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Verb.
Verb.
Bussin'.
Farted.
Okay.
All right. Noun.
Noun, let's do camera.
All right. Now adverb.
Now adverb. Wait, what's an adverb?
You just did one.
Yeah, lovely. Okay, it ends in ly. God, I didn't realize this would be so hard. I don't know my
what is the English language even?
Yeah, I don't know my parts
Pretty
of speech.
dumb.
Actually, it is
Pretty dumb, if I
yeah.
might say.
Corny. That's not even an adverb.
No, it's
That's
not.
an adjective.
Okay, I'm switching.
Switch
Switch
them.
them.
Yes.
There we go.
I crushed it.
Good.
I crushed it. Thank you.
All right. Adjective.
Adjective. Red.
Red. Okay. Noun. Trevor.
Toe.
Okay. And then last one. Another noun.
Another noun.
So dumb.
Pen.
Got it. All right. Okay.
Oh,
so
God.
this is the Halloween Mad Lib story that you guys have created.
Oh, God.
One mythical horny night, no stars in sight. Thunder roared a spooky hello. Lightning flashed the trees below. I didn't realize this was going to rhyme. The sound of a red panda could be heard in the distance. It was Halloween night. I was dressed as a foot.
Oh
My
God.
bag was beside me filled with corny dark chocolate cake that I couldn't wait to eat. As
Nice.
I farted up the driveway of a house to trick or treat, I wondered what type of camera I will get. I ring the doorbell.
Wait. Camera?
That was the noun.
That was a noun.
Did you say camera?
Yeah.
Wait, do I have brain damage? Why do I not remember that at all? I don't
know.
remember you saying the word camera at all.
Honestly, I don't either, brother.
Okay, I'm sorry. Keep going.
All right.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
That's hilarious. I ring the doorbell with lovely. Now I'm thinking lovely's not even an adverb. But anyways.
Don't think it isn't.
It opens and a red man wearing a toe looks at me. I scream, trick or treat, smell my pen.
Oh, we
we
that's
really
funny.
bungled that up.
Yeah,
I love
There's
it.
something there. I'm seeing a movie. I think we could get a script.
Yeah?
going.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
what are the odds that you fart up a driveway dressed as a foot and meet a red man that's a toe?
Look,
Wearing a toe.
Wearing a toe.
that is okay. That's probably the spookiest part about the thing is that he's wearing a toe.
wearing a toe.
Like, what is this? The Amanda Show?
Whoa.
Get that reference,
Oh,
anyone?
yes.
Because the big toe.
Whoa.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I actually don't even really remember the reference. I just remember there was someone in a hot air balloon that had a toe.
Yeah, that sounds about
Didn't
right.
someone lose
Yeah.
their big toe in that show?
Yes, it was from the skit Moody's Point, and her dad lost the big toe. Children's
sorry.
sketch comedy.
A really strange place to be.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Anyway,
Wow.
thank you so much for coming on, Elsie. What a pleasure. What a
Dude,
delight.
Thank you for having me. This was lovely.
Yeah?
I love that we played so many games.
Yeah,
'cause,
it was.
I feel like we need
it was
more
a
of
good
those.
time.
in
To
society.
plug things for the people to go and check out.
Yeah, go check out this movie, My Best Friend's Exorcism, and check me out on the season 2 of The Summer I Turned Pretty coming soon.
Sweet. Do it. Do it.
Do it now.
Elsie, what an amazing guest. Please go check out her new movie, My Best Friend's Exorcism. Genuinely enjoyed it. It's a fun, campy, horror, demonic exorcism, coming of age story. It was a lot of fun. It was very lovely. Had some scares, had some funnies, and I just really liked it. So definitely go check that out. Jamie, what are your thoughts?
I always like when like a guest comes in and I am a little bit surprised by what their personality is.
Yeah.
Because especially with actors, you never really know because they could play a certain role all the time, or they could do a certain thing, or like even in like normal interview settings, like I don't like like when they're like on like their press junket type thing. And I just thought she was super cool.
Yeah, she was. She was so cool. It's funny to see because I think that sometimes people, I don't know why, but I think sometimes people come in here and they think it's going to be like an interview when it's not at all. And it's stupid. And I think the show started off and she felt like it was like kind of a normal interview. And then she realized how stupid I am. And she's like, oh, this is a funny guy. And then she just started kind of riffing a little bit, loosening up a little bit, which I thought was really fun.
Yeah.
But she was amazing.
Yeah, she did some good voices too.
Yeah, what a sweet person. What a cool person. Anyway, useless fact. You want to know another useless fact, Jamie? Your favorite part of the day?
Yes.
Yeah. Jamie, did you know that sloths, the animal, the creature, can hold their breath longer than dolphins? Yeah. Yeah. And I know you're thinking out there, isn't a dolphin a fish? No, you out there, listener. Dolphins are mammals. Bet you didn't even know that. They have a blowhole, and that's a funny word. No, but yeah, sloths apparently can hold their breath longer than dolphins. And while sloths are normally seen as these creatures that, lounge around in trees and move very slowly, the animal's arms are very long and strong, and it makes them great swimmers. They do a little swimming, stay in shape.
Sloths swimming, I have actually seen like on a documentary, and they are adorable.
Yeah?
Yeah. I didn't know that they could hold their breath so long.
Yeah, they can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes.
That's
according to the ZSL London Zoo. 40 minutes. That's unreal. You know what I think it might be? Because holding your breath isn't a matter of how much air. It's about how much oxygen your body uses. So that's why they say if you're like, if you ever happen to be trapped underwater, you don't want to like thrash around because then you're using up the oxygen that's in your blood to, create energy in your body. So like if you just sit still underwater, you can generally hold your breath a lot. Like I think it's a lot easier to hold your breath if you're just like sitting underwater than it is to like hold your breath while swimming because you're expending more oxygen. And so I think sloths, like their bodies, like their metabolism is naturally just like so kind of slow, and they just like don't use up as much oxygen. That is complete speculation, by the way.
But it sounded really good.
To be clear, that is complete. That is me with my general knowledge of how the world works, which is very little, to be clear, speculating on why this could be the case. I'm probably wrong. Do your own research.
It sounded pretty cool, but I didn't know that dolphins can the dolphins don't hold their breath for very long then, considerably speaking.
Yeah, 30 minutes longer than a dolphin. So according to this, dolphins only hold their breath for 10 minutes, but also dolphins is swimming. They're using up their oxygen. I mean, you think about the difference between like a whale and a dolphin. Whales move very slowly, they kind of just coast along through the water. Dolphins are zipping around, they're just they're
zippity doo dah day.
So, I mean, and again, I could be completely stupid and this could be completely wrong, but that's my theory, not a scientist. Everyone, you've probably heard of Psych, our kind of streetwear brand of clothes. They're really cool and I love them, and it's some of my favorite merch that we put out. But they have a new home. So now they are living on mythical.com /psych along with all of our other merch. Well, they're not in the same, it's like a different section of the website for the Psych merch, but it's no longer at the old web address that you used to go to get psych. So if you want any of the new really cool psych drops, our design team does some really cool stuff with those. And I love them. And you can find them now at mythical.com/psych. That's mythical.com/SIKE, not PSYCH.
Oh,
Like
very
you-
good distinction.
Yes, SIKE, psych. Thanks for spending your time with me here today. Thank you for listening to Trevor Talks Too Much. We got new episodes for you every week on Tuesday. We got the video version coming out the following Monday over on youtube.com/Trevor Talks Too Much. Leave a review, leave a comment, leave a carrier pigeon flying to my doorstep. If any pigeons end up on my doorstep, I'll know it's from one of you, and I will be sure to see if they're carrying a message or a missive. But actually don't send, I don't know if any of you breed carrier pigeons. I actually don't send them to my home. You don't know where I live, but also don't send them to me because I genuinely wouldn't know what to do. And yeah, follow me on socials. Have a great week, everyone.